Do you ever like drink like a carbonated drink and the feeling of the carbonation just gets stuck in your throat for a couple seconds and your eyes just kind of water? Because that just happened to me as I pressed the record button, and I was like about to go into this video really strong, and now I'm just like, ew. But anyway, hey guys, it's Summer, and today's video is going to be a storytime video. And ironically, this storytime video also takes place at the beach, and a couple videos back, I posted a storytime that had to do with a situation that is down at the same beach that is going to be in this story. So, this beach just has a lot. I have like a couple other stories I could tell about the same beach too. This beach, just weird stuff happens to me when I'm at the beach. And you know, I don't know about you guys, but if you're away from home, any situation that any situation that happens is dramatically amplified by like 1,000 because of the fact that you're not at home, you're not in your like safety zone where like you're at home and you don't have big anxiety, because when you're far away from home, like everything's different, like you're not used to the area. You just feel better about stuff when you're at home because you're closer to everything that you own and have. I don't really know how to describe it. But anyway, when I'm at the beach, the weirdest stuff always happens to me. This story goes all the way back to when I was 14, so it's been a while. And I have like a little beach house now, my family does, but this is back when we used to plan our vacations and rent out hotels and stuff. So my family would go to the same hotel every summer. We'd plan our vacation. We'd go for about a week, maybe a week and a half, and we'd stay at the same hotel. We liked the hotel. We liked the area. We liked the restaurants that were around it. It wasn't too far from the boardwalk. It was by a nice beach that we liked, you know. We liked the buildings around it. It wasn't like a bad area. It was just a nice hotel in a good area for a vacation. This one particular time, I was with my family, and around this time in my life, I had a weird obsession with wearing flowers in my hair. It's kind of flowers in my hair all the time, like, as my hair decoration. Like, if I did my hair, I would, like, clip one of these flowers in my hair, like literally like this, like, I don't really understand, like, I don't know, like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's cute, but sometimes it just stuck out kind of weird in my hair, and it just wasn't that flattering. I don't really know why I liked it so much. But anyway, I always had a flower like this in my hair. And I guess it kind of stands out, you know, whatever. But this boy was staying at a hotel next to my hotel. And his hotel had a big, tall balcony. And his hotel was way taller than, ours, so he could be on the top balcony and we could be on our balcony, and you would not be able to see like each other. Look up. I did not notice him up there to see him watching me, which is also creepy. So my family would go down to the beach, set up our little area on the beach, and we'd be around other families around us. This one day, since our hotels are right next to each other, our families and this kid's family set up next to each other. So I was in the water swimming, like, you know, my thing would always be like, oh, like, go in the water, jump waves, bring my boogie board with me, whatever. I would always do that. And he came up to me. And, you know, little kids at the beach, I don't know what it is about being a kid at the beach, but you have so much energy, and you will approach anybody and talk to them. You will see another kid that looks like they're about your age, and you will approach them and you will talk to them. And it's just so funny because now, if I'm at the beach, I want to, like, do my own thing. If I'm with one of my friends that I brought to the beach, I'll talk to them. Or if I'm with my mom and sister, I'll talk to them. But I don't find myself wanting to approach other kids on the beach that look 17 or 18 to talk to them. But when you're, like, 14, when you're, like, 13, 12, and, like, anywhere below that, you, like, feel this freedom, and you're, like, on the beach, and, like, if you see a kid that looks like they want to hang out, you'll run up to them. And I'm gonna call him K. He comes up to me and says, hey, like, do you want to hang out? Do you want to go in the water and swim and stuff? And I was like, yeah, like, whatever. And, you know, I didn't see any weirdness about it. I didn't know he was watching me from his big hotel balcony at that moment. I was just saying yes to a nice kid on the beach that wanted to hang out, and I didn't really see anything weird about it. So we were hanging out, we were talking, and he was really, really nice. He was funny. He was easygoing. He was just really nice, and I had such a fun time hanging out with him. You know, we were going back and forth from playing in the sand to being in the water to being on our boogie boards, you know, he would said hi to my mom and dad because we were set up so close to each other and stuff. His family seemed really cool. I have a little sister. He had a little sister. We were all just, like, hanging out. And I don't know at what point he told me this, but he was like, yeah, I recognized you and came up to you because of the flower in your hair. And I was like, oh. And then I realized I had the same flower in my hair that I had been wearing, like, I guess that whole week at the beach. And he was like, yeah, like, it's really pretty. Like, I noticed it. I recognized it. And I was like, oh, okay, you know. And I should have thought, well, you've had this in your hair. He recognized you, but this is the first time that you've seen him up close. Like, where the heck did he see it before? And then he went to tell me that he noticed me at my hotel, from his hotel, looking off at his balcony wherever I was. And I took it as a compliment. Now, if somebody told me, oh, hey, like, I like your shoelaces. I recognize your shoelaces because your hotel is right next to mine, and I was looking at your shoelaces for my hotel. I'd be, like, weirded out. I'd probably, like, find a way to end the conversation and ignore them, because back then I didn't think of that as, like, something weird. In today's world, I'd be like, get a heck. I'd be like, get the heck away from me. And it was like one of our last days on our vacation, as always. And I told him that, and we were like, oh, well, we should be friends. Like, we should still text and keep in contact and stuff like that. And so I had an iPod Touch that had a texting app on it. And when you were younger and you had an iPod Touch that could download all the apps, you were like, I guess cool. I don't know. I thought I was cool because it was kind of like my phone, but it only worked on Wi-Fi, so it wasn't even that good. But anyway, I texted on it. So, I gave his mom my Text Now number, which was set up like a regular phone number, and everything, so you could plug it into any cell phone and text it, and I would only receive messages if I was on Wi-Fi, so it totally worked. It was convenient if I had Wi-Fi, it was fine, so I gave him that number, and when I think he texted me for the first time when I was finally home, like at my actual house that I'm in right now, and both of our vacations had ended, so it was like a day or two later, he texted me, and we were talking, he was like really nice, and he was just like, really nice, but I could tell that he was kind of like overly flirty. He was like really into talking to me. He seemed like he wanted to like date me and stuff, and I felt so weird. I didn't even mention this already, but this kid was 12. I was 14. So like when we were hanging out on the beach, I felt like a sisterly kind of figure to him. I felt like he was just my little beach buddy. It was like totally cool and awesome to hang out with him and talk to him, but I did not think of him as anything else other than a friend. So when he started getting flirty with me and wanting to date me, I felt super weird. I felt super uncomfortable. I didn't know how to respond to it. I thought his parents would think I was totally weird. I didn't even like him anyway. I couldn't picture myself liking somebody 2 years younger than me. And the whole idea of him having this big crush on me and wanting me to like him back just totally skeeved me out. I wanted nothing to do with it. At that point, I really didn't want to be friends with him anymore because he would not take no for an answer. He didn't really understand where I was coming from when I said I didn't feel the same way, like whatever. He was just so weird about it. So I had to do something about it because he would not leave me alone, and it was like a texting app number, so it wasn't like it was my phone and I could like block it. I don't think I could block it at that time. I don't even remember. But anyway, so what I did was I didn't answer for a couple days, and this sounds so mean. But he kept trying to get a hold of me. And so then, I think it was 2 days later, I finally responded. And I said, hi, who is this? I found this iPod on the street, and I don't know who the owner is. And he was like, oh my gosh, take it to the police. It's my friend Summers. I need to talk to her. She needs to get it back. Da 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 da. And I was like, oh, I'm going to keep this iPod. I'm not taking it to the police. I just don't know who the owner is. And the kid was like, oh my God, take it to the police. The owner is Summer. They will give it back to her. I don't know why he thought taking it to the police would do anything. It's not like it was like a super expensive item. It wasn't like it was like a phone. It was an iPod. It was shattered. It was cracked, I think, at that point. I know I cracked it at some point in time, and I'm not sure if it was cracked then, but it just wasn't, like, necessary. Like, even if someone did find an iPod, I don't think they would take it to the police anyway. So he was, like, freaking out because he wanted to get a hold of me. And basically, I just told him I was keeping the iPod. I didn't care who it belonged to. I wasn't going to go out of my way to try to find the owner. I definitely was not going to go to the police. I was just, like, really straightforward with it. And I think he was mad at the person who found it because he really wanted to get a hold of Summer, which is me, obviously. And I just kept pretending that I was just keeping the iPod. So eventually he, like, gave up, never texted me back. Well, texted the person back because he figured that Hope was gone, Summer was gone, and I had only given him that iPod number, so we had no other information. I didn't have any social media or anything at that moment in time, so he just really didn't have any other way to contact me, and he figured, okay, well, it's gone, like, she's gone forever because her big iPod got lost. Okay? So, yeah, that's a big story of something weird that also happened at the beach. And I'll probably have many more story times about the beach coming up because I have other stories to tell about the beach. So, yep, to watch those videos and to see what's going on, subscribe to get updates on things I put on this channel. Alright guys, have a good day. Talk to you later.